Hi, it's Judy. Yeah, it's Friday. And I don't know about you, but I love limericks. I love the challenge of trying to compress a story or a joke into 5 lines, and where first line, second, and fifth have to rhyme, and three and four have to have a different rhyme. And I like that challenge. And so I sprinkled a lot of limericks throughout my book. And I was so pumped when one day on Amazon, my book showed up as Amazon's #1 most gifted in limericks. I'm going to try to share my screen here and show you my big moment. There, I hope you can see that. And that was a big deal for me. Of course, that never lasts, right? Because Amazon's rankings change every day, even hourly, but I captured that little moment in time. And so that was cool. Some people's limericks, of course, are rude and sexual and naughty, and I'm kind of the shy type. So when I write about sex, it's usually about animal sex. And I thought I'd share a couple of those from my book today. And one is from the birds and bees. One is about the birds and bees. I'll try again to share my screen. I don't know if this will going to work or not, to try to show you the page from the book. Um, well, I'm not seeing it, so maybe you're seeing it, the birds and the bees. I don't know. I'm going to stop that share and just read it to you if I can here. The bumblebee said to the bird, I'm wondering what you have heard. If you're speaking of sex, she replied, I'm perplexed, but if half of it's true, it's absurd. And then there's this one. A robin complained in her nest. I wish he would give it a rest. I married a leg man, but now, since the eggs man, he's crazy about my red breast. And I even got into one about hedgehogs. Two hedgehogs grew weary of dating. They married, began consummating. But her spiny bottom, well, one of them got him. The honeymoon night was deflating. Love hurts, right? Anyway, I have some about humans too. One about the first human, Adam and Eve, first humans. And in my limerick, Eve becomes a feminist. Again, I'm going to try to share my screen and show you her feminist manifesto. Here we go. Let's see about, here we go. Can you see that? I'll stop sharing and read it to you from my own notes. Adam, said Eve, it's not fair. You must turn a new leaf or beware. I don't give a fig for your thingamajig. I want salary and perks that compare. And I did some historical ones, one about Beethoven. Herr Beethoven seems to be dozing. Perhaps, she replied, but supposing he's prone like a tortoise due to rigor mortis, then Ludwig would be decomposing. I just love limericks, and there's lots more of them in my book. I've shown you before. Other than that, I'm fine. Essays on life and other inconveniences. So if you love limericks and funny essays and stories, I hope you'll check it out on Amazon and elsewhere. There's actually one I didn't even get it in the book, mostly because I wrote it so long ago, way back in 1994, and I kind of forgot about it. But it actually won me $500 in the 1994 Leacock Limerick contest. And if you don't believe you could win $500, well, you certainly wouldn't these days. But it was a nice payout because when you divide that into the number of words in the limerick, that was it's more than $16 a word. I don't think I've ever earned that since. So since then, my career has been like all downhill, I guess. But I remember that one, and it was, I've brought home a nice friend for dinner. It's the new guy from work, the beginner. Put down that knife, said the cannibal's wife. At this rate, you'll never get thinner. Yeah, that was a nice prize. Anyway, I have one last limerick for you. from the book, and it's about a hamburger. And again, I'll see if I can share my page. Oops, I got incoming mail. Um, just see what we can do here. Okay, maybe you can see that called Bite Me. I'll stop my share and read it for you. The hamburger saw it was true. The event was a beef barbecue. He mustered a smile and went out in style, yelling, "Fatal catch up with you two." And of course, mustard and ketchup are spelt like the condiments. Some things work better on the page. Anyway, I've got to tell you something. Fate has actually caught up with me too here, because my time here is up, at least for now. I've loved sharing these pieces from, other than that, I'm fine with you over the past 8 Fridays, posting these Fun Friday videos. But I find I'm getting antsy to write some new material. This always happens with me. And I'm old. There aren't enough hours in the day for me to get everything done that I want to. So I'm going to wrap it up with sharing little bits and pieces from, other than that, I'm fine, for you on Fridays. I've given away lots of the book, but there's still lots and lots you haven't heard or read. So I hope you'll check it out. And there's lots more videos right here on YouTube, here on my channel. These 8, of course, that I've done with selections from the book, but also a lot of videos of performance pieces I did for audiences years ago, some of them, and some of my favorites. I'm going to actually try to share one of my absolute favorites on the screen for you now, about my clumsy first kiss. So hang around, skulk around on my channel, and you can always connect with me in the comments below. Meanwhile, bye for now. Keep smiling.